Imagine you're attending a conference and various companies have booths set up to showcase their products and services. You come across a poster promoting a new software application with nothing but a physical link to its website that contains additional information about it. Typing the said link to your browser can be very time consuming and prone to errors if it is long and if it contains various characters and numbers. A simple alternative solution to this problem is the use of QR codes. Good day everyone, we are in Group 4 and we will be talking about our report on QR codes. A quick response for QR code is a type of barcode that can be scanned by a digital device in which it stores information as a series of pixels in a square-shaped grid. QR codes were developed in the 1990s to provide more information than a standard barcode. It was created and developed by Masahiro Hara, an employee of Dentsu Wave, a Japanese company. It was used to track the automotive parts of the famous company, Toyota, during manufacturing processes. Companies and the general public around the world use QR codes for advertisements. They are further used for other things such as information sharing and doing online transactions. Did you know that the design of QR codes was inspired by the Japanese arcade game Space Invaders? Masahiro Hara, the inventor of QR codes, used the game's grid-like layout as a basis for the QR code's square grid pattern.
To reinstate, QR codes are unique patterns of a series of black and white spaces which contain a string of data. When scanned using a device as simple as a camera on our handheld devices, QR codes can be translated into human-readable information. Let's move on to the key parts of a QR code. The first would be the quiet zone. This is the area of white space surrounding the QR code. It provides a margin that separates the QR code from any other visual elements, ensuring accurate scanning and decoding. Next is the position pattern. This is the large square structure located at three corners of the QR code, the top left, the top right, and the bottom left. It helps the scanning device detect and orient the QR code. Moving on to alignment pattern, these are smaller squares placed inside the QR code, typically located near the position patterns. Alignment patterns aid in correcting distortions that may occur during scanning. Next, we have the timing pattern. These are alternating black and white modules found near the three finder patterns. Timing patterns can assist in the accurate scanning and decoding of the QR code by defining the grid size and orientation. Next, we have the version information. In larger QR codes, version information specifies the size and the capacity of the QR code. It is encoded within specific modules and helps the scanning device determine the QR code's format. And lastly, we have the data and error correction keys. This is where the encoded data is stored. It consists of a grid of black and white modules, with each module representing a bit of data.
Did you know that QR codes can be printed on edible items using edible ink, allowing them to be scanned and read by smartphones? This has led to creative uses in the food industry, such as printing QR codes on cakes, cookies, and even sushi. In this video, the chefs meticulously put the QR prints on the sushi, which can be scanned by phone. And for its artistic uses, QR codes have been incorporated into various forms of art and design, including the graffiti, murals, and even tattoos. Artists use QR codes as a medium for expressing messages or linking to digital content.
Essentially, there are two types of QR codes, static and dynamic. Static QR codes are the more traditional forms of QR codes, as they contain fixed information that cannot be changed once generated. On the other hand, dynamic QR codes are the more advanced version of QR codes, as information stored in them can be changed and modified even after creation. These usually contains URLs that redirect users to an online resource or web page with relevant information. And this URL can be edited to redirect users to other links, so please be careful. Static QR codes are used for a one-time event since they cannot be changed, while dynamic ones are used for updatable data like product tagging and inventory management. Dynamic QR codes have a feature where the one who published them can check the number of scans and the location where they were scanned, whereas static QR codes cannot provide this feature. This is an example of a static and dynamic QR code. Here we can see that there are more black dots in static than dynamic QR codes. This is because the more and more complex information communicated through the static code, the larger and more complex the QR code is.
Now let us proceed to the implementation of QR codes. First, QR codes can direct customers to a landing page. Through the usage of QR codes, it becomes convenient to guide customers to the landing page of your website just by scanning. Over time, this has proved to be an effective marketing technique. Next, QR codes can also used to be downloaded app. A unique code for your app, which you can tag along with any advertisement campaign that directs potential users to download your app. This could drive downloads for a business. QR codes can also be used to add locations. Individuals can also add the location of their shop, office, home, or any other place to a QR code for more straightforward navigation for individuals. Next, QR codes are used for ordering. Restaurants can attach their menu to a QR code on every table through which customers can order directly. QR codes can also act as a control system where individuals can attach a QR code at the door or at any entry point, which will allow a person to enter after scanning the code by unlocking or sending any OTP for it. Lastly, QR codes can also be used for networking. Individuals easily share their user ID with someone they recently connected with by giving them the QR profile.
You may be surprised to learn that several Japanese cemeteries put QR codes on gravestones to offer details on the departed. Visitors can access a website with information on the person's life and accomplishments by scanning the QR code with a smartphone. On the next slide, you can see how this happened in the video made by CNN.
Right on the gravestone, and it'll take you to a link where you can access an interactive memorial page that includes a biography, guest book, even audio clips.
They can update it anytime they want. They can change pictures. They can change their audio messages on there.
Loved ones can even upload a
In addition to that, QR codes can also be used on pet ID tags and collars to provide information about lost pets. When scanned, the QR code can link to the pet's owner contact information or medical records for emergency purposes.
How to generate a QR code. Nowadays, there exist various sites and applications that can generate QR codes for you. You would only need to specify the type of QR code that you wish to create, static or dynamic, and the type of data that you want to store in the code. It could be URLs, files, and images, and or contact information. Listed below are the top 5 best websites for generating QR codes for you. How do scanners read QR codes? The QR scanner locates the QR code within its field of view. Then, it identifies the 3 position markers, aka the eyes, that help determine the orientation and alignment of the QR code. Next, the scanner reads the arrangement of black and white squares or data modules within the QR code. Each data module represents a binary value. The scanner then interprets the pattern of data modules to extract the encoded information. For the third part, the QR codes utilize error correction techniques to ensure accurate decoding even if parts of the code are damaged or obscured. Reed-Solomon error correction codes are embedded in the QR code. These codes enable the scanner to correct minor errors caused by scratches, smudges, or other imperfection. And last is data extraction. The scanner extracts the encoded data, which can include URLs, text, and etc. It then translates the binary data into a usable form. In short, QR scanners analyze the arrangement of data modules, apply error correction, and then extract the encoded information from QR codes.
Now that we've learned about QR codes, let us proceed to discuss their pros and cons. For pros, versatility. QR codes can encode including URLs, text, contact information, and more. Versatility allows them to be used in a wide range of applications from marketing and advertising to inventory management and mobile payments. Next, we have convenient. Scanning QR codes is simple and requires only a smartphone or a QR code scanner app. Users can quickly access information by scanning the code with their device's camera, eliminating the need for manual entry or typing. Next, accessibility. Printing QR codes can be done in a variety of materials, such as paper, plastic, cloth, and even food products. This allows them to be used for a variety of purposes and environments, including event tickets, product packaging, and signage. Next, correction. Because QR codes include built-in error correction, it is possible to read even if they are broken or partially obscured. This lowers the possibility of misunderstanding and guarantees accurate decoding. As we have cost effectiveness. Business and organizations can find QR codes for an affordable advertisement choice because they are cheap to generate and print. Producing and distributing them uses fewer resources than typical printed goods like flyers or brochures. Now let us proceed to the cons of QR codes. For the first one, dependence on technology. Yes, we know that QR codes are easy to access through smartphones, but scanning QR codes requires a smartphone or a. It may not be available to all users. People without access to smartphones devices may not be able to scan QR codes, limiting their reach and effectiveness in certain demographics. Next, security concerns. QR codes can potentially be exploited for malicious purposes, such as directing users to phishing websites or malware-infected content. So for us users, we need to exercise caution when scanning QR codes from unknown sources. Avoid security risks. Next, limited data capacity. Although QR codes offer higher data capacity than traditional barcodes, they still have limitations in terms of the amount of information they can store. Complex data or large data sets may require alternative encoding methods or technologies. And last, accessibility challenges. Scanning QR codes may pose challenges for individuals with visual impairments or disability. QR code scanning apps may not always provide adequate features, making it difficult for some users to interact with QR code content.
Now, when it comes to the largest QR code ever made, did you know that the most extensive QR code ever made was created in 2013 in a wheat field in Alberta, Canada? It is the Gray Family Farm corn maze. It measured about 29,000 square meters or around 310 square feet and was readable from a height of 1,000 feet.
In conclusion, the adoption of QR codes presents a transformative solution for bridging the gap between physical and digital information dissemination. As demonstrated, QR codes offer a versatile, convenient, and cost-effective means of sharing data across various applications, from marketing and advertising to inventory management and beyond. Their inherent error correction, capabilities, and adaptability to different materials further enhance their utility in diverse environments. However, while QR codes offer numerous advantages, they are not without their limitations. Dependence on technology, security concerns, limited data capacity, and accessibility challenges pose significant considerations that warrant attention. As we continue to integrate QR codes into our daily lives and business practices, it is essential to address these concerns proactively to maximize their benefits while mitigating potential risks. In essence, QR codes represent a powerful tool for information sharing and engagement, revolutionizing how we interact with the physical world. With careful consideration and strategic implementation, QR codes have the potential to drive innovation, efficiency, and accessibility across various industries and domains, ultimately enhancing their user experience and advancing digital connectivity.